to the Speeding Bulletin. My name is Steve Younis from supermanhomepage.com. This is all the Superman related news that happened during the week July 13th to 19th, 2012. In movie news, Hall H at Comic-Con International was the place to be on Saturday afternoon, with Warner Brothers Pictures showcasing footage from the highly anticipated Man of Steel movie. While fans were unable to film the footage shown, Lewis and Ivan James attended the panel for the Superman homepage and submitted a detailed description of what was seen. Come to the site now to take a read. Lewis also provided us with videos from the Man of Steel panel, which you can now watch at the Superman homepage to see what Zack Snyder and Henry Cavill had to say. Lewis also commented that what he saw inside Hall H that day brought tears to his eyes. He said, "I was so moved by the footage, I can honestly say that watching those 2 minutes and 20 seconds of footage was the greatest moment of my life. High praise indeed." Warner Brothers also revealed a poster during the panel. The poster shows a close-up of Henry Cavill as Superman in shadows, with a focus on the S-shield on his chest. BleedingCool.com spoke with Philip Boutte, the costume illustrator on Man of Steel, who spoke about the thought process behind the design of Superman's costume.
Superman's an alien. He comes from a different planet. So we thought that the underwear kind of made him feel like he's from here, and we wanted
that's an Earth thing.
An Earth thing.
On Earth,
yes.
Superheroes wear underpants.
Exactly. So we just thought we'd maybe get rid of it and give him a little bit more sleeker look and make him look a little bit alien, but still recognizable as what you know him to be.
There's been some confusion about the Man of Steel trailer screening before The Dark Knight Rises in cinemas. Now, to clarify, it's supposed to appear before all American screenings of the new Batman movie. Dark Knight Rises was released to Australia and other countries on Thursday, July 19th, which is one day ahead of its release in the USA, UK and Canada, but fans didn't get to see the Superman trailer before 2 PM on Friday, July 20th in Australia, because Warner Brothers wanted it to be a worldwide release in conjunction with the USA release. But check with your local cinema to be sure, but you should be fine from now on. Speaking of The Dark Knight Rises, Hans Zimmer was interviewed on the red carpet at the European premiere of The Dark Knight Rises and was asked about scoring Man of Steel, what he thinks Henry Cavill will bring to the role of Superman.
At the end of the day, I'm a huge fan of John Williams' score. Obviously I am. I mean, who isn't? But I'll have a go to try to invent something that hopefully does it justice. I can't, you guys will tell me.
TVGuide.com reports that Castle star Molly Quinn will voice the role of Supergirl in an upcoming animated movie set to be released in 2013. The 18-year-old actress is voicing the role of Supergirl in a Warner Brothers animation adaptation of the 2008 Superman Brainiac story by Jeff Johns. Stay tuned for more details in the weeks ahead. Vivendi announced that they will be releasing Max Fleischer's Superman Collector's Edition on Blu-ray on October 9th. There are no further details on this 2-disc collection as yet, although we do know that it will include a commemorative booklet. During their Superman panel at Comic-Con last week, DC Comics gave fans a sneak peek at pages from Superman Earth 1 Volume 2, the highly anticipated sequel to the #1 New York Times best-selling graphic novel, Superman Earth 1, by acclaimed writer J. Michael Straczynski and superstar artist Shane Davis. Superman Earth 1 Volume 2 will arrive in stores on October 31st. Lewis and Ivan James also attended the Superman panel for us and filed a detailed report on everything that was revealed during the panel. Scott Lobdell revealed that Superman number 0 takes place during the final days of Krypton, with Jor-El debating how to tell his wife that their planet is doomed. While editor Matt Idelson spoke of a new direction for the Superboy title with new writer Tom DeFalco. Look for the full report at the Superman homepage website. Amongst the announcement that Batman would finally be introduced to the world of Smallville in an upcoming story taking place in the Smallville Season 11 comic book title, fans were interested to learn that Nightwing would not only be a female, but that her secret identity would be that of Stephanie Brown. However, DC Comics announced during one of their panels at Comic-Con last week that they've decided to make a change, and now Nightwing's alter ego will actually be Barbara Gordon, because they wanted Smallville to use the most iconic version of the Nightwing character. Superman comics we reviewed this week included Superboy number 11, which was reviewed by Adam DeChannel, who said, "This was the first standalone issue the series has had, and it was a mixed bag," and he gave it a 3 out of 5. While Mark Pritchard reviewed Smallville Season 11, Chapter 10, saying, "I feel like I'm reading a high-resolution replica of a Silver Age book," and he gave it a 3 out of 5. Superman comics available this week from July 18 include Batman Beyond Unlimited number 6, Justice League 11, which is available in a variant cover, a digital combo pack, and a black and white variant cover, Supergirl number 11, Young Justice number 18, Smallville Season 11 number 1 goes back for a second printing, Superman Beyond number 5, the digital comic is available this week, and Smallville Season 11 Chapter 11 digital comic is available July 20th. We've got Superman patches of all shapes and sizes, S-Shield patches, Superman flying patches, Smallville patches and more. Like the Superman City of Metropolis Protector Iron-On patch, just $6.50. Or the Superman Flying Iron-On patch, available for $6.99. These and other great patches are available from your one-stop Superman shop, the Superman homepage online store at supermanhomepage.com/shop. In other news, the Plano, Illinois Smallville Superfest is beginning to really take shape. The small town was used as a location for the scenes depicting Smallville in the upcoming movie Man of Steel. In August, the town will host its inaugural Smallville Superfest, celebrating the town's connection to Superman. While no special guests or events have yet been announced, the Plano Chamber of Commerce and the Smallville Superfest Committee have announced that the 3-day festival will take place from August 17th to 19th. That's all the Superman news there was for the week July 13th to July 19th. I'm Steve Younis from supermanhomepage.com.
Great Scott! Great Scott! Great Scott!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Great Scott. I'm Scotty V, and you right there, thanks for watching. So, out of Comic-Con, we've heard some very exciting news over the last week or so. There was a new poster with new artwork released, and there was new trailer. Finally, we've seen some footage, and probably as expected, many of us are still complaining about how bad this movie is going to be, and many of us, like myself, are still very, very excited and very happy with some of what I've seen, some of what I've read, and have high hopes that this movie could be very, very good. Now, here's the problem with Superman, at least what it seems like. It seemed like many of the public, many of the people in America have voted with their cash, have voted with their apparent interest in other heroes and other things. That this new movie needs to win back people. It doesn't have to win back me, because I'm going to see a Superman movie anyway. I love Superman. I love other superheroes. I've said it many, many times. I see just about every superhero movie, though I did not see Catwoman. I've seen bits and pieces of it when it's been on television. It's kind of like watching a bug. You know, you look at it. Wow. I've seen bits and pieces of Steel, things like that. That after seeing some footage, hearing the way Shaq acts, seeing the way Halle Berry is dressed, although she looked great, you make a decision and you decide not to see it, and then you realize that it's winning Razzies, which is the equivalent of an Oscar for bad things, as opposed to winning an Oscar because you're great. You win a Razzie because you're terrible. But it's but other than that, I mean, a movie that they really put some effort into. Blade's not a super budgeted movie. It's also not at the time wasn't a highly well-known superhero, but I was very interested in seeing it, and I do that. So for me, even if I wasn't a giant Superman fan, I'd be looking forward to this. And it seems like with Superman more than any other hero, you have two very polarized sides. You have people who are fans, or you have people who hate Superman and think he's too goody-goody, or dresses weird, or whatever. But some of those people will be excited by the trailer, because I read a little bit. I skimmed through. It's funny. Steve, Steve, who runs the website, released the latest edition of the Big Blue Report. And said in there, it's funny how we as comic fans can't wait to get our hands on some information, and sometimes, even though we don't want to be spoiled and we want to see the trailer in the theater with, with all the sound and all the accoutrement and the audience and see what the response is, we oftentimes can't help ourselves when there's something released online. We have to look, even if it's grainy cell phone pics from 20 miles away. Same with the pictures we've seen of Cavill, other than the one officially released photo. There's a poster now. I have it as my desktop wallpaper of Cavill in shadow, kind of silhouetted, but you can see he's in the uniform, and I've already heard complaints. What? Superman wears chainmail? If you've read, his style is designed after the heritage of his home planet, where it has a neo-medieval background as its style, as its history, as its we haven't seen how it's going to go yet, but yes, it's armored looking because he designed it after his home planet uniforms, which makes sense to me that it comes from somewhere, and it's not just a random I'm gonna and the yellow appears to be missing in the poster. I'm looking at it right now. But I think it's just dark, because we've seen the picture of him in front of the vault, the one that was released by the studio, and there is yellow in the S symbol. So we'll see how it goes. Something else that I read that some people will be happy with. Apparently Clark Kent in this trailer takes off a pair of glasses, crushes them, and says, "My weak Earth father wore something like this. I would never stoop so low," and throws the glasses away. So, we've got a lot to look forward to. I'm looking forward to it, and I can't wait. I've decided I'm going to see The Dark Knight Rises in theaters because I want to see the trailer on the big screen. I'd like to see it fairly early because I'm hoping that some of the same audience that would see a Batman or a superhero film will be looking forward to seeing Man of Steel as well. I have my little Brandon Routh Monopoly here because I remember when the trailer was released for Superman Returns, how excited I was. I heard reports that there was a Harry Potter trailer running at the same time, and people told me people cheered when the Harry Potter came on, and it was like crickets when the Kent mailbox appeared on screen, and apparently only I knew what it was. And then when the John Williams music started to play, I guess more people recognized it, but it didn't seem to garner the response that some other trailers. We've got Harry Potter's a tough act to follow. It was a rabid fan base. It was giant. Superman had been gone for a while, but I'm really hoping that this one gets people excited again, and we can see Superman back in his former glory. Thanks everybody for watching, and remember, always look up in the sky.